The Aaron Rodgers saga kind of continues. And this is all Aaron Rodgers dragging out this process that we call free agency. He's sitting back. He's not committing to any other franchise that may want to commit to him. He's like, nah, we're going to take our time. And for some reason, the Minnesota Vikings name just keeps popping up in the conversation. It's actually starting to pop up a little too much for my comfort. But I will say, I'm going to mention something here in a minute, and I want to see how you guys react to it. So we'll talk about that. But Brett Favre was on the Will Cain show. Shout out to Will Cain, man. First of all, I love the way you look at the game, the way you approach it and evaluate it. So shout out to you, man. Great show, man. You had Brett Favre on there, and the boy Brett Favre had this to say. He said, by all means, sign with them being the Minnesota Vikings. He said they are a really good football team. They're loaded at pretty much every position. They made the playoffs last year. They got a tremendous fan base, much like the Packers. If you get the opportunity, that's a good place to win. Of course, you got to play the Packers then. Now, Aaron Rodgers, Will Cain also stated, like, listen, Aaron Rodgers is walking your same exact path, it's looking like, especially if he signs with the Vikings. I mean, he's literally walking the same exact path. He's not going to the right a little bit, going to the left a little bit. No. He's walking your path right down the middle. And how do you feel about that, man? Shout out Brett Favre, man. Brett Favre is a good dude, though, man. I got to say, man, Brett Favre's a good dude. He was a dog out there on the field, man. They play with a broken thumb, hand, ankle snap. You don't care. He out there trying to play football. So I always respected Brett Favre for that, especially now that he's retired and we don't have to actually face him on Sundays, Mondays, or Thursdays. I'm cool with it, man. Shout out Brett Favre. You feel me? But Aaron Rodgers' conversation just keeps coming up over and over again on the possibility of him joining the Minnesota Vikings. Kevin Seifert just came out earlier and said, it's something that he kind of heard. It's something that is swirling around the organization. But then we got Diana Rossini, who said Vikings decision makers are still evaluating their options at quarterback, including the possibility of signing who? Aaron Rodgers. The four-time MVP is intrigued of the idea of playing in Minnesota. For now, it's a waiting game. Sources tell Mike Silver and me. I mean, look, man, a waiting game. Why do this? Why drag this on for VIKE? This is just because part of me feels like this. If Aaron Rodgers, whether you believe Aaron Rodgers is in the race or not, I do believe he's in the race only because I feel like a move would have been made already to bring in another guy. I mean, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco. There's a couple names out there that you can say, hey, you want a veteran quarterback? Just go ahead and give them 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever million, something that's not really going to hit your books. Bring them in, let them mold J.J. McCarthy. Now, you do got Ian Rappaport too. Shout out to them who did a show today saying that the signs point all the way towards J.J. McCarthy is taking off with this team in 2025, and there is no other option. They're obviously going to have to bring in some quarterbacks to fill the quarterback room because as of right now, it's only McCarthy and Rippon. But still yet, man, as far as the starting quarterback, it's J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? It is J.J. McCarthy. But I wanted to tell y'all this, man, and this is what I want y'all to react to really quick. If I said that a week ago, I was all the way off the Aaron Rodgers coming to Minnesota train. I really was. Like, I just don't want nothing to do with it. I just don't think it'll be that good. But if I told you that after yesterday and after what happened Monday and the pieces that were put on this football team to make this team better, if you drop an Aaron Rodgers in there, I'll say this, it would be intriguing. It would be something that I would be interested on seeing how it played out. Now, you got to keep the word of still make it a competition. And some people might say, well, J.J. McCarthy going against Aaron Rodgers in training camp, it's not really going to be a competition because Kevin O'Connell's going to lean into Aaron Rodgers. He's a veteran, Super Bowl winner, MVP, all that good stuff. But I feel like as long as you can promise us as Vikings fans that you are going to keep the competition open. If you bring Aaron Rodgers, don't guarantee him the starting position. Let JJ at least have the opportunity to win that if he wins that fair and square. All right, because there is a possibility that Aaron Rodgers just fell off the cliff, figuratively, right? Like just fell off the cliff and doesn't have it anymore. And he can't perform like with the Aaron Rodgers that we're all used to. You know how Stephen A. Smith used to say that bad man? Yeah, he just isn't him anymore. And we need to make sure there's insurance there to where you don't just throw him out there because his name is Aaron Rodgers. I can't stand that. All right. But I will say, man, it would be kind of interesting. Do I want it to happen? Not really. But if it did happen, I think I would begin to like it as the season approaches, especially seeing what he can do with a Justin Jefferson, an offensive line that's not even going to let him get touched. You know, we dang near got one of the best offensive lines overnight. The defense that's going to be out there balling. And then you drop an Aaron Rodgers in there. I mean, some of the throws he made last year, he still looked like he got a little bit. I don't know, man. Let me know how you feel in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.